Hello everybody, my name is CyberAqua and welcome back to Fallen Hero Rebirth. It's been a while, no, it's been a week. Sorry I haven't been uploading, I haven't uploaded last week. Just got caught up with things in real life. Yeah, got busy out of nowhere and then completely forgot about uploading a video. So yeah, gonna try and catch up. Since I got more free time, I should be able to upload more, hopefully. So yeah, there'll be different videos coming out depending how it goes, and I have other plans as well. So yeah, back into Fallen Hero Rebirth. I'll be quite rusty since I haven't read anything for a week. So yeah, do apologize for that. Anyway, I wasted about I don't know 40 seconds of your life. So but anyway, let's continue to this story that we should be good ish. I can't remember where was I. There is a moment's pause. It turns into a longer one as you lean back, trying to gather your thoughts. This feels nice. Maybe a little too nice. Maybe it's a little too easy for you to slide back in or take his life like this. Maybe it is a little too easy to pretend to be someone else. And maybe you just aren't doing a very good job of it. Maybe the reason why this feels comfortable is that you're thinking like me name. Maybe he's thinking the same thing. Maybe whatever information you can get is not worth the risk. No, not maybe. Surely. Wincing a little, you press your hand against your head, looking like you're in pain. Are you alright? Ortega asks almost immediately. Just a headache. I think this evening is catching up to me. I need to get some rest. Of course. You have his full attention now. Do you want to go back to your bed? I'd rather go home. The hospital gave me the all clear. You give him a weak smile. I'll be fine if you could just call me a cab. Of course. Ortega gives you a worried smile. If you're sure. I just want to sleep in a familiar bed and get a bath. You add the last with a tried smile. I know what you mean. Wish I could do the same. I'll take care of the cab. Ortega winces as he gets to his feet. I can't talk. What's wrong? It will be waiting outside the lobby in a couple of minutes. Don't bother getting signed out. I'll take care of that. Thank you for everything. I wish I could have done more. There's a shadow crossing his bruised face, and you have to hide your smile behind a cough. Is he remembering your battle? Probably. Anyway, I'll go arrange for that cab now. But make sure to contact the hospital if you start feeling worse. I will. And don't be so hard on yourself. You give him an encouraging smile. You hold the smile until Ortega has departed. Then get to your feet with a wince. Time to get going. Luckily your legs work fine. What is wrong with achievement? Shades of grey. You managed to keep civilians from getting killed. Oh, okay, yeah. Interesting. Okay. Where was I? You have to admit you are a bit nervous as you make your way to the lobby a little while later. But you wouldn't need to. No. But you needn't have worried. What is needed? Wait, what is that? Do you put NT in need? Needn't? Huh? Well, this is the first time of me seeing that because I barely see that word. So I don't know if this is an actual word. I'm confused. I need confirmation. Give me a moment. Traction of need not. You needn't be sure. Is it needed? How do you pronounce it then? You needn't have worried. It just sounds weird. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. It's like it's a new thing to me, so I'm just like, eh. The hospital is in turmoil. Once you step out into the lobby, you can smell the fear and uncertainty. Right now, you are glad that you are not a telepath. There are people waiting in the lobby. People trying to contact their relatives. Reporters looking for a scoop. The shocked and lightly wounded, not yet processed. There have been a lot of injuries tonight. You hug yourself a little, looking over the shaking faces of the crowd. What will they remember of tonight? What will you? I have won. No, I won. That is all that matters. I won't be a victim anymore. They will play that part now. Did I do enough to keep people safe? No. I'm a villain. Why am I thinking like... Okay, let's be a dumbass and go with the first option. I won. That is all that matters. You won. The fact that people have been hurt is inconsequential. In fact, looking around, you can't help but feel they deserve it. And for those who did not, too bad. Life doesn't care if you deserve what happens to you. You know that too well. It feels quite nice to see the world start to match the turmoil in your heart. Time to go home. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. I made that way too dark. Now that all pressing matters have been taken care of, it's finally time to lean back and see just what the media thinks about what happened at the museum. That being said, do you want to get some sleep or wait until the morning to check? Or is this too important for you for waiting? I need to know right now. There's no way I can sleep. Oh, this is hard. I could wait in the morning to see the news. But let's go with the first option again. I want to know right now. I'm too eager. You know it is late, but you also know the media will be all over this. The footage from the fight must be nothing short of glorious, and you can't wait to see it. Still, boy's body is dirty enough to make your skin itch. You reluctantly settle for a quick shower first, just to get it out of the way. Stripping off your dirty finery, you drop it in the hamper as you step into the shower. It's hot, steamy, and just pure bliss against your skin. Now to see if your new identity did the same. Now, who do you want to watch the news as? Boy or me name? Okay, now this is interesting. I could watch it as boy to show that a civilian is trying to know what happened. Or I could watch as me name as a villain trying to see what he achieved. Oh, this is interesting. Let's show boy's concern so he looks into it. Right. Step 6. You've done it. Your new life as a villain has begun. Okay. Right now, boy is in a comfortable apartment with a good television. So why not take advantage of that? It's just information. It doesn't matter who sees it when it's the same mind running the show. Besides, my name probably still needs some rest. So with that decision made, you turn on the television before going into the kitchen to fix up a late night snack. If you're going to stay up, you're going to need coffee. And lots of it. Suppressing a yawn, you brew a pot of fresh coffee and make some sandwiches. Oh, damn, that makes me hungry now. You've suddenly ravenously hungry. Okay, how long has it been since you ate? Hunger is an easy enough problem to fix, and soon you have a generous late-night snack prepared. Wrapping a blanket around yourself, you sink down on the couch. Coffee mug kettled in both hands. Good. Now you're ready to deal with things. It's unreal. That's the first thought that comes to mind. Is that really you? You had no idea you would look so utterly terrifying on camera. Even your body shape seems partly humanoid. You move like a predator, like a killer would. How could you even make your body twist like that? Is there some trick to that armor Dr. Mortem added? Something with the way the light hits the angled surfaces, turning an ordinary human into something alien. You never thought you were frightening, but looking at yourself filling the screen, you have to admit that you're not only scary, you are a true monster. And just as you had thought, the armor makes it almost impossible to guess your gender under the helmet. Good. That means the field will stay open to a lot of s- speculations. Many of the scenes make you chuckle as you watch, remembering the sweetness of the fights. You will go over them in detail later to pinpoint exactly what went right and what went wrong. You are very pleased to see the ruins of the museum, though. That collapsed wreck will have to be torn down completely before they rebuild it. It's a fitting testament to your plans. And the reporter is suitably hushed while surveying the scene. It feels oddly removed from you, though, as if it were someone else who caused the deaths of all those people. Harold, however, Harold is. Oh, darn. How, how the cameras love Harold. You can see it now. He really has a charisma, charisma that goes around through the screen. But in this case, the only means you are all the more impressive. Okay, you're the shadow to his light, the villain taking him apart at the same seams. Watching the fight, you can't help tensing up on the edge of your seat. This is what you wanted when you planned the suit. It's getting the ability to not just walk alongside the heroes of the city, but to beat them. If only Ortega hadn't showed up so quickly, you could have made an example of him. But trust Charge to ruin your fun. Charge. It feels odd to think of Ortega in his own identity, but hearing the reporters commentate your fight makes it feel more real. It also makes you smile when they speculate whether he is starting to slow down. It has been some time since he lost a fight this badly. In comparison, there's not much footage of you fighting Lady Argent. That being said, what footage there is makes you laugh out loud. She really taken she's really taken for a ride there, and the cameras are loving every single moment of it. All in all, you've come across quite well in the footage, and the armor hides the damage you were taking well. You spared a thought for your poor sleeping body. It will heal eventually. Everything really went according to plan. You went in there and annihilated them. And could what could they do to you? Leave you with some sore muscles and an armor that needs maintenance? You wish that steel had been there, so you could have dealt with them all. Letting the television drone on, you pick up your tablet to flick through the newspapers. You want to see their take on your night, and it is always more interesting in text, since that adds yet another layer of interpretation. The confidentiality is the biggest newspaper in town, so whatever headlines they have will set the tune for how people see you. You still remember how furious Steele was with them for daring to write negative articles about the Rangers. But they've always had a reputation for not following the lead of either the government or the companies. Of course, your view on the matter is that their so-called independence is what sells them paper. It wouldn't have to be more than skin deep to do that. Nobody is independent in this town. Nobody. Except you. That is. Chuckling a little to yourself, you look down at the screen, seeing what they have made of tonight's event. Terror at the museum. The headline screams at you in loud black letters. I think I should have an mic arm, because having the mic on the desk thingy stand is kind of off, because I don't know if the sound's being recorded or not properly. I might look into a mic arm and stuff, but then again, this is a mini mic, so that might be a problem. Anyway, Right. The image. Alright. The headline screams at you in loud black letters. The image below showing you looming over the fallen herald. You look like the monster the article has made you out to be. In the text below, some words in particular catches your attention. Who is Mugbot? Oh yeah, that's my villain name. Good. At least they got your name right. It doesn't really matter that what they call you because if you dislike it, you can always make them change it later. You suppose that that is another thing you have to think about from now on? How to handle the press, among so many other things. Still, that is a question for another day. You've got your whole future ahead of you. To the next chapter! Epilogue. Ooh, epilogue. A familiar underground laboratory, bathed in the pale light of fluorescent screens. Dr. Mortem is seated behind his desk, talking on the phone. There's a concerned wrinkle between his brows. I told you before, my clients value my sense of properties. The frown deepens, turning into a scowl as he listens to the voice on the other end. Don't be absurd. That is out of the question. He has picked up a pencil, twirling it between his fingers, nodding faintly as he listens. I suppose. There's another long pause. When you put it like that, the pencil has stopped moving, held tightly in his hand. I understand. The pencil snaps in two, pieces falling on the immaculate desk or something. Dr. Mortem doesn't even bat an eye, though his hands is shaking. I will see what I can do. It takes a long time before he stands up, returning to his laboratory, deep in thought, and the wheel turns. Interesting. Late one evening, Joe's bar. Okay, oh, hold on. I need to check on something. Jesus, it's too hot out there. What's the temperature right now? 32 degrees! Jesus Christ! I'll be dying. Okay, back to the story. Joe's bar. Late one evening, as smoke and music wrap around the room like cobwebs, Bo is sitting at the bar, drink in hand, Boy leaning against the stained surface next to him. Have you ever thought about getting more permanent employment? Boy steals a few peanuts, popping them in his mouth. You mean like you? Bo slips his drink but doesn't turn to look. I mean exactly like me. Boy leans in a little closer, eyebrowing Bo. It could be fun. Are you saying what I think you're saying? This time Bo turns around, looking straight at the man next to him. My boss is in the market for a driver. Someone who knows how to get out of tight spots and can keep their mouth shut. Permanent retainer. Mugbot? Yeah, Boy slips his drink, not taking his eye off Bo. That's the one. So, what would the job be? The usual? The shrug is nearly imperceptible or something. They know who you are. That's why they want you. And the stakes? Bo rubs his chin thoughtfully. For now, citywide. Want to establish a presence here. It sounds legit, but there's a pause as Bo looks directly at Boy, searching his faces for clues. I'd rather go freelance first, because I want in out in case things don't work out. They don't want freelancers. Boy sips his drinks. They want loyalty. Hey, I'm loyal for as long as the contract lasts. Bo holds his glass for a refill, waving to attract the attention of the bartender. What's their problem anyway? They don't trust, period. Boy sighs and downs his own drink with a faint grimace. The conversation once more falls back into familiar patterns. Wounds heal. The Rangers' headquarters. The cafeteria is small and cozy, bringing a touch of home to the business-like surroundings. 2 cups of coffee sits on the table, but only one has been drunk. Are you sure you're fit for active duty? Ortega sips his coffee, scrutinizing the man in front of him. Harold doesn't look up. He keeps staring at his coffee. I am. There's a brief pause as he flexes his arms. Still a bit sore, but that will pass. I wasn't talking about your body, Ortega says, wincing a little in sympathy. Oh. Harold looks up in surprise, an embarrassed flush on his cheeks. I need you to keep a cool head. Can you promise me that? I can. Harold straightens his back, gripping the mug in both hands. I've learned my lesson. For all our sakes, I hope so. Scores are counted. Oh, this is interesting. The television is large enough to cover half a wall. Flashes of light and color dispel the dim gloom as the news reel plays, pauses, and then plays again. Lady Argent stands in front of the screen, immobile, arms crossed, never taking her eyes off the action. A gesture freezes the screen mid-blow, catching Mugbot in an act of landing a blow on a bruised Ortega. She tilts her head and the scene rewinds slightly, then resumes again. The battle plays on, but she turns away, walking through the rhythm of the blows as she had committed every step to memory. Her claws twitch a little as she moves, following the echo of her ghostly opponent. She looks up at the screen as her own silvery form enters the fray, and a deep frown marks her otherwise perfect brow. Next time, cheater. Oh, one more. The footage rewinds. One more. She stares at the screen with a rapt attention. Plans are made. The underground hangar smells of oil and metal. Sounds echoing sharply between the reinforced walls. In the center of the room, Marshal Steele's armor stands dormant. Steele himself is seated cross-legged on the floor in front of a laptop. Thin cables connected to the processing unit in the armor. The diagnostic program running quietly as he keeps an eye on it. Next to him, Ortega is lying on his back, watching the slowly rotating fans with an unreadable expression on his face. I don't think you can cram much more into that system. Why? You can't make it do everything you want. We won't know until we try. Steele doesn't turn away from the screen. You should let the crew handle that. They'll only tell me no. I know her best. Finally satisfied that things are running smoothly, he shifts around, looking at Ortega. What? He tilts his head slightly, looking over at Steele. You got that look again. How are you functioning? The question is blunt and to the point. System-wise, I'm already up and running. Ortega raises his arm, flexing his hands. My body has a while to go yet. I don't heal as fast as I used to. Neither of us do. Steele frowns a little, scratching at the edge where flesh meets cyborg leg. Okay, Jesus. Unlike Ortega, there's no cosmetic overlay. His mechanical parts are revealed by the shorts he's wearing. Do you regret it? What? Fighting in a suit? Ortega laughs. Laugh is a little too quick in coming. Not retiring when he had the chance. Not really fond of the kind of depth that would land on me. There's a sigh as he grudgingly maneuvers himself into a seated position. You've seen my files. Cost keeps ranking up. They'll be wiped clean once we reach the end of our service. You mean usefulness? The words are sharp enough to provoke a sigh from Steele. You know what I mean. He cast a glance towards the laptop, which keeps running quietly. It's not that different from the army. You enlisted? Ortega flexes his hand, running his thumb over the rim of the conductors embedded in his palm. I never asked to be made into what amounts to an indentured servant. You could have settled for being ordinary. I like walking. I like walking. You like the action? Steele snaps back. Admit it. Of course I do. Ortega looks down and frowns, growing deeper. It's just... What? Do you ever want... Excuse me? Since when did I have an alarm over here? I don't see it, thus I do not know. Anyway, where was I? Do you ever wonder if we're doing the right thing? Ortega's voice has gone softer now, and he looks intently at Steele. No. You could have hesitated, you know. If we don't stop people like Mugbot, who will? Steele shrugs and turns back to the laptop. I know. He sighs in frustration. It's just that sometimes I wonder if maybe. Stop it. Steele doesn't bother to turn around. I don't know what bothers you so much about this last fight, but you need to stop it. We need to focus. Heh, true. The laugh is an embarrassed attempt at trying to cover his emotion. Focus. I can do that. Don't need to get my imagination running for no good reason. And Ricardo, one more thing. Steele turns his head again, giving Ortega a stern look. What? We'll get them. You know we will. The Rangers always get their man. Ortega echoes, sinking back on the floor. Notice is taken. Ooh, okay. The music is loud enough to drown out all but the most intentment of conversations. The shadows lapping around the private room. On a red leather couch sits a tall, middle-aged mixed man clad in an immaculate rust-colored suit. His hair is cropped broadly short, ears pierced by dozens of rings of various designs. An interesting report. His voice is a surprisingly low, gravely rumble. And what are your orders? The young woman in front of him stands at attention, hands behind her back. Observe for now. Let's see if they last more than a few months before we make a decision. As you wish, boss. She bows deeply, then exits back to the club, closing the door behind her. In the darkness of the room, hollow ground leads back against the couch, putting his feet up on the table. Mugbot, huh? Let's see what kind of games you like to play. A new villain is born. This far up, Los Diablos stretches out beneath you like a neon blanket, the city lights drenching the gentle shine of the stars overhead. The city. Your city. You flex your hand, feeling the armor boot up around you, wrapping you in a cocoon of invincibility. You almost feel drunk. A whole world of possibilities surrounds you, and only you can decide what you do next, what path you will take, who you will become. Nothing can stop you. Nothing. Oops, looks like you have managed to gain some unwanted attention. What? Okay. A drab office, no windows. The knock on the door is repeated twice before the door opens. The person outside is not waiting for a reply from the woman behind the desk. Excuse me, ma'am. The man who enters is a very definition of a non-descriptive office worker. I was going through last month's reports, and I think we might have a sighting. One of the cooks confirmed the woman behind the desk does not bother to look up from her paperwork. No, the man admits, but I would like to get permission to escalate the issue. Not yet. Make sure to confirm before we bother notifying the director. We had enough wild goose chases last year. Yes, ma'am, will do. The man salutes and then turns around on the spot, exiting the room. The woman sighs a little, shaking her head before returning to her paperwork. Just another day at the farm. The end. Wait, the adventures of me named Brown will continue in Fallen Hero Retribution. Make sure you save your game below. You'll need your saved game to continue where you left off in the next episode. Yeah, I'll just type me name. Me name Brown. Please log in to the chessofgames.com save system with the email address. Anyway, right. We hope you enjoyed playing Fallen Hero Rebirth. On a scale of 1 to 10, how likely are you to recommend this game to a friend? I would say 10, yeah. 10. 10, next. Thanks for playing. Oh. Well then. Didn't expect it to end. I thought it was going to go a little bit longer. But anyway, Fallen Hero Retribution is next, so this will be fun. So, what do you guys think about this? Were some decisions close, or was it different to your one? Let me know in the comments below. I do like to chat to you guys a bit, especially Official Noonon is chatting a lot. So yeah, I do appreciate his company and his comments and his experience. It's quite fun to know what the viewers are like, have also done in their gameplay, since everything's different with this. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I might as well say the usual YouTuber stuff. Like if you liked it. No. How did they go? Right, they go something like this. So thank you for watching this video. Like if you like this video. Subscribe for more. It's horrible. Anyway, if you want to enjoy more of these type of videos and other different things, I can't talk for some reason, please consider subscribing to my channel. There will be more videos coming out, but not these type. Since Follow Hero Rebirth ended right now, I can't talk. What is wrong with me? Why can't I talk basic English? I will keep an eye out of when Fallen Hero Retribution will come out, and I will do a recording. But yeah, for now, this series of Fallen Hero Rebirth will end. Thank you so much for watching. I said that so many times, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye. Have a good day.